This is Newcap News with Nerman Esau.
Good evening. A packed courtroom in Edmonton today as the man convicted of killing Lloydminster native Dylan McGillis had his sentencing hearing today. Cleophas DeCoyne Zuniga was in the courtroom as McGillis' family read their victim impact statements. Now, last fall, DeCoyne Zuniga was found guilty of manslaughter in the 2006 killing of McGillis. The Crown is seeking up to 6 years for DeCoyne Zuniga, while the defense is asking between 3 to 4. The justice will not be making a decision today. Sentencing has been put forward to March 19th. RCMP have laid charges in connection with a fatal hit and run near Cold Lake that happened back in 2011. On December 19th of that year, 27-year-old Gary Lee Curtis LaChance from Frog Lake was struck by a vehicle in the parking lot of Casino Dene and later died of his injuries. Now, there were no suspects at that time. RCMP now say 50-year-old Wayne Kitaway had turned himself in at the Leduc RCMP detachment last Saturday and has been charged in the case. He's remanded into custody and will appear in court on Thursday. City staff are moving forward with 3 key capital projects after City Council approved borrowing from the Alberta Capital Finance Authority to get them started.
We have planned in our master plans for these projects, we've prepared for them, and now we're going to execute.
In total, the city will borrow $36 million to complete the construction of 2 sanitary trunks, as well as the first phase of the Highway 17 couplet project. Some councillors say the loan is a necessity to get the projects underway without a major increase to taxes.
It has to be. I mean, we've got to get this stuff done. The city of Lloydminster continues to grow. People want to live here. They want to move here, and we've got to have the infrastructure in place for it.
The bylaw for the construction of both these sanitary tanks and the first phase of the highway couplet will be presented to Council for final approval on March 24th. And Lloydminster City Council is speaking out about the lack of affordable housing after passing a resolution in support of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities National Housing Program. The Federation acts as a lobby group for municipalities in various issues to the federal government. Now, their goal is for the feds to recognize and address the issue of the high cost of housing in Canada. This comes at the same time as $1.7 billion worth of annual federal housing investments are set to expire over the next 5 years. Mayor Rob Saunders says that would be a major problem for all the social housing that already exists in our area.
Initially, what happens with social housing when there's a retraction of funding through the federal government to the existing housing base, then it deteriorates to the point where you can't even do the maintenance. So how are we supposed to get to first base on affordable type and attainable type housing if we can't look after the stock that's already available?
City Council will also write an official letter to the Minister of Employment and Social Development, Jason Kenney, about the importance of developing a long-term plan for housing.